Hello, crafty friends and doll lovers. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melody. I have been on a break and I am hoping to come back on a more regular basis, but I did want to pop in just to share some things with you. First and foremost, I just want to thank all of my viewers, especially those of you who have left comments or have reached out to me through Instagram. Thank you so much for your kind words and for your concern. I am doing okay. I have more good days than bad days. It's just that this particular time of the year, there's a whole lot of important dates that I shared with my husband. I've been staying busy. I have done some projects that just haven't been doll, necessarily doll related. One thing that came out in the comments is I did not realize how many of you have been looking forward to my videos, and how some of you are using these videos to kind of help you through your seasons. So in that respect, I feel a little bad because I have not been recording videos, but I hope that you all will continue to be patient with me, and I hope to continue to be able to do more videos. I wanted to share with you the last video. I was talking about this pattern. It's the My Sunshine Dolls pattern. The pattern is for a 23-inch cloth doll with bathing suit and mermaid tail, but there's also an option to make the doll swimsuit. And there's a headband in this pattern, so you have the, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think there are actually 4 different items. You have the bathing suit top, the bathing suit bottom, the mermaid tail, and the headband as far as clothing, and then you have the actual doll itself. So when in my last video I shared with you the doll. I don't know if I had sewn the mermaid tail at that point, but I'm not sure if I showed it to you. But anyway, this is the completed project. I did not make the swimsuit bottoms, and I modified I modified the bathing suit top. But this is the pattern, and I don't know, let's see, maybe I can hold her this way. Okay, here she is. You will recall that I sewed the face using my embroidery machine. And this is the back. Now, I did not sew the top the same way that the pattern instructed. I actually just made used one piece of the strap of elastic, because it has elastic. I can slide it up over and onto the doll. It fits kind of loose, but it works. Now, as far as sewing this pattern, it was not one of my favorite patterns to sew. And I found myself having to read and reread the instructions for them to make sense to me. And part of it could be the state of mind that I'm in, but some of it I think was the way that the steps were described. I just had a difficult time visualizing it, so it wasn't a very enjoyable process. I did not find it to be a very enjoyable process. And that is not to take anything away from the pattern designer or the pattern. I do believe a lot of it is because of where my mind was at the time that I was sewing it. I did pick it up after taking a break from it, and I still felt myself getting frustrated. So I ended up modifying it and basically putting it together to get something together. Is not in my opinion, is not one of my best projects that I've sewn, but I can say she's finished. And I'm going to move on to the next one. I have been downloading the free patterns, and I'm going to share them with you. If there is a particular pattern that you really would like for me to sew and share, please leave it in the comments below. So this one was from June 18th. This is the originals by Gabby. It's the bubble shorts and culottes, and I do believe it's just for the shorts. The top is not included in this pattern, as far as I could. No, the top is not included. It's just the shorts. And then this was the June 25th free pattern. It's by D. Kinley Designs. It's the Art Deco dress. I think this is very cute. I'm thinking this will be one of the ones that I want to try to sew if I don't end up doing them all. And then for July 2nd, it's instructions to make a doll-sized cornhole set with the bean bags and everything. So I think that is kind of cool. And I may try to sew this one just because it's so, not sew, I can't sew it. I may try to build this because it's so different than anything that I've seen coming from Pixie Faire this year for the free patterns. Then there is the Back to School dress by Mulberry Street, or 123 Mulberry Street. And I think this does just include the skirt, not the top. There's the Camisole and Panties pattern by Doll Joy. That was released on July 16th. July 23rd, this one was the free pattern. It was the Love from Lola basic leotard pattern. And this is interesting because it has sleeve options, different sleeve length options, and overlay options. It is stretchy fabric, so it should be interesting if I decide to play catch up and sew that one. And this one is the I Love Summer dress. It includes the bonus tulle petticoat. So it's instructions to make the petticoat as well as the dress. And this one is from Just For Us Dolls. And then the one that was just released this past Friday is a Melody Valerie Couture Lysianthus, I believe is how you pronounce that. And I just think that's an adorable dress. I love the fabric that they use to make this dress. So let me know in the comments below if there is a particular pattern that you'd like for me to definitely do, or maybe if I can't get to them all, the ones that you would like for me to do if I can't get to them all, or the ones that you would like for me to try first if I do decide to do them all. So we'll just have to see how that works. The other thing that I guess this is the project that's probably been taking up most of my time, and it's a travel bag that I made, and I chose the pattern because it's a pattern it's by Annie.com is the website, and I've sewn a pattern by her before, and I like the patterns. They are very involved, they're challenging, but they are easy in the sense that she gives you every resource, lots of resources in the form of her videos, the free ones on YouTube, as well as the add-on videos for some of her patterns. And her instructions to me are so clear and easy to understand. So it was something to keep me really focused on the project, but it was interesting enough so that it kept my attention, but not difficult, or not, it didn't frustrate me. I'm going to show you what the fabric was from first. So the fabric that I found this fabric from Hobby Lobby. It's a Michael Miller fabric called Cactus Hoedown, and I just thought that was so cute with all of the cacti on the fabric. So it was actually on clearance, and I bought some to make a smaller knitting bag, and then decided I wanted to make the travel bag. So luckily when I went back, they still had some left, so I bought all of that too. So this is the main fabric, and then I used this fabric to line it, and this is the coordinating fabric, and I'm going to show you the bag here in a second, but I wanted to show you, this is the pattern. It's called the Ultimate Travel 2.0 bag. It is definitely a time commitment, but very doable. So here is the finished bag. Took me a few weeks. So it has a zipper pocket, and it also has a slip pocket. The back has a slip pocket with a little sleeve to slide over your luggage. And it has side pockets, which the way that they're constructed, I think it'll be very easy to stick like a water bottle in it. So there's a pocket on each side. And then of course you have your carrying straps, and you also have your handles rather, and then you have your straps with the little shoulder pad to make it more comfortable. And the inside is pretty roomy, and there's a mesh zipper compartment, and there's also these little elastic pockets here. It's divided into 3 sections. You probably can't see that well. And the bottom of the bag is very rigid, because I put one of the, I forgot what they call them, bag supports. I forgot what they call them, the little bases. I put it in the bag. This bag, if you look up information on this bag is actually large enough to carry a small sewing machine in it. So I'm not going to use it as a sewing bag. This is going to be my knitting bag. What I'm planning to do is to, as I have works in progress, my knitting projects, I will keep the individual projects in a smaller bag, but I'll keep all the bags in here. So when I go on my knitting meetups, I can have my projects. It gives me plenty of options to change my mind. If I think I'm gonna take one project with me, and then I get to knit night and decide I don't want to work on that project, I want to work on a different one, I'll have it. But it's also a nice size that if I decide to do a large sweater, I can stick it in here, as well as my cell phone, my keys, and my little knitting notions bag. Plus it's a cute overnight bag, and it's a good carry-on size. So I am very pleased with how this turned out, and I think the most important thing for me was it was fabric that I loved, and I enjoyed every bit of the process, and it was a great distraction to get me back into sewing, because the last video I talked to you about, I said I didn't feel like sewing. So when I saw this fabric and I found this pattern, it gave me the motivation I needed to start sewing again. That was a lot of information, and like I said, I hope to be back doing the Freebie Fridays sewing soon. If there is a particular pattern that you would want me to start with, of the ones that the past ones that I missed, if there's a particular one you want me to sew first, please let me know in the comments. And ultimately, I hope to be able to maybe get them all done in addition to the ones that will be released. But if not, I'm not gonna put a lot of pressure on myself. So if I can't, then I will just maybe do one or two. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.